Did you know that the man that shot and killed Alexander Hamilton in the famous duel also tried to start his own nation? That man, in case you didn't know, is Aaron Burr. Burr was a sharp, charismatic, and super ambitious New York politician. And according to people close to him, there is nothing he wouldn't do to win. And in the election of 1800, Burr ran on the same ticket as Thomas Jefferson. And the understanding was that Burr would be vice president to Thomas Jefferson as president. And at that time, the Constitution didn't separate the votes for president and vice president. Each elector simply cast 2 votes for president. Whoever came in first got to be the president. Whoever came in second was the vice president. So apparently it was all worked out, and Jefferson was supposed to win the presidency, and Burr was going to get second and be his vice president. But when the votes were tallied, Jefferson and Burr were tied. Now, Burr, being the ambitious soul, didn't step down and let Jefferson have the presidency, even though that was what was agreed upon when he ran on his ticket. So the president would have to be decided by a vote in the House of Representatives. And this is where Alexander Hamilton comes in. Now, just for some backstory, Hamilton disliked Thomas Jefferson greatly, but Hamilton hated Aaron Burr. So behind the scenes, Hamilton lobbies against Aaron Burr. In private letters to lawmakers, he's quoted as saying, "In a choice of evils, let them take the least. Jefferson is in every view less dangerous than Burr. Mr. Burr loves nothing but himself, thinks of nothing but his own aggrandizement, and will be content with nothing short of permanent power in his own hands." Hamilton's lobbying sealed the vote for Jefferson. And from that point on, Jefferson never trusted Burr again. Burr was sidelined, excluded, politically frozen out. Then came the breaking point for Jefferson. In 1804, Burr challenged Alexander Hamilton to a duel and killed him. Jefferson immediately replaced him with George Clinton as vice president, and Burr went out west. And that's when his ambition turned into what later became known as the Burr Conspiracy. Burr gathered men, raised money, and planned to carve out a new nation in the West. One of his co-conspirators, General James Wilkinson, sent evidence to Thomas Jefferson. And on this day, January 22nd, 1807, Jefferson went public with that evidence. Burr was arrested and charged with treason. However, the Supreme Court ruled there was no overt act of war, so no treason, and Burr was acquitted. After his acquittal, he went into exile for a while in Europe. He later returned to New York, where in 1836 he died from complications of a stroke. Thank you for those of you who have stuck around. Here's your extra tidbit. The election of 1800 is still the only presidential election to end in a tie and be decided by the House of Representatives. So the next time you're feeling underqualified for your job, just remember the man who shot and killed Alexander Hamilton, tried for treason, and tried to carve out his own nation, almost became president of the United States.